A very warm welcome to IDFC First Bank presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 12. I'm Ritvika Gupta. Tonight the spotlight is on the Indian construction market with a special focus on manufacturing and construction equipment. To shed light on the sector, the role of technology and much more, I'll be in conversation with Dimitrov Krishnan, Managing Director of Volvo Construction Equipment in India. Listen in. Mr. Krishnan, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Ritvika.
So I want to begin this interview by talking about Volvo CE. It has a long-standing reputation in the construction equipment industry. Could you briefly talk to us about how the company's legacy has shaped its approach in India?
Yes, thank you for that question. Volvo Construction Equipment in India is now 26 years young, I would say. And incidentally, I've been associated with this brand for the last 25 years in India, and a little bit of my time has also been in the Asia-Pacific region when I used to operate out of Singapore. And I have followed it, and I must say that today, from being an importer of products from various parts of the world, for us, India is a home market. We build machines here, not just manufacturing, but design, sourcing, manufacturing, all of it. And then with a wide network of our distributors, we are spread across the country, across a nook and corner of the country, and serving customers from more than 300 locations to make sure that these products are running without breakdown all the time, and building India. So one of the things I would say from a legacy perspective is that we have been always a pioneering innovator. Our innovations, which are generally aimed at making the customer's job much easier. Infrastructure building, whether it is in construction or whether it is core industries like mining, where we need to extract the ore from the earth, our products are trying to do the job at lower cost, with much better productivity, and the lowest fuel consumption in the industry. So our brand is known for safety, fuel efficiency, and of course the technology that we bring to the table.
Right, and how do you view the current state of the Indian construction market? What are the key growth drivers shaping the sector today?
I think if there's one sector in India that is really taken off, it is the infrastructure sector. In my opinion, it's completely transformed from, say, 25 years ago or 30 years ago. Today, India has a strategic plan for infrastructure. We never had that. We had project-related plans. Today, India's infrastructure setup or the plans are aligned towards a very specific goal the country has. So the country's goal is developed country by 2047. And if we need to be a developed country by 2047, our infrastructure needs to be ready 10 years ahead. If you look at the last 3 years, the allocation on infrastructure in the budgets have continuously grown. Even in an election year like this year, 2024, we've seen 11% increase in the allocation. So whether it's roads, highways, rural roads, district roads, railways, seaports, airports, you name it, in every area, metro projects, urbanization is a big trend in the country. We are seeing infrastructure move continuously. Right. Today, the whole world believes in India's infrastructure story. Everybody is willing to invest. Whether in any element of the ecosystem of infrastructure, there is innovation happening, whether it's financing, whether it's equipment, whether it is project timelines, whether it is technology used in construction, the speed of construction, all of it is actually disrupting and making infrastructure development in India a completely transformed way of doing things. So I think for construction equipment industry, this is the best time. Today, India is the third largest construction equipment market in the world. And I am very sure by 2032 to 2035, we will be the #1 construction equipment market in the world.
Now, technology is also playing an increasingly vital role in construction and infrastructure development. What are the larger technology trends, that you see emerging in the construction equipment space, especially in India?
I think technology, of course, is a tool to achieve something, so from an infrastructure perspective. There are several factors that are impacting the use of technology. And the first and foremost, I would say, is the project timelines. When you need to do the project in a shorter timelines, you need to have a higher intensity of equipment deployment. So the same project that might have been done 20 years ago using X number of equipment, today when it is being done in much shorter time, but hence mechanization has to be much, much higher. And we are using products that was not being used 20 years ago. So the product innovation is happening there. Second is the need for sustainability. The sustainability aspect, we have as a country committed ourselves to the 2070 net carbon zero goal. How will we get there? We got to build infrastructure also in that direction. So what we are seeing is that sustainability is also starting to become a trend. Customers are looking at sustainable technology for both, value creation in their business itself. This is another aspect of it. Thirdly is the government regulations. So India is also starting to be a highly regulated country. We used to have no regulation. We were actually having products that was, very polluting, diesel engines. We had the stage 3 which came in, Bharat stage 3 was the norms which was called for construction equipment.
So Mr. Krishnan, the theme for our show this season is Powering Entrepreneurs for the Global Stage. With Volvo CE eyeing global expansion, from India, what is your strategy going to be? Are there any specific markets or regions you're focusing on?
India is already the third largest market. And obviously, it's offering scale for a lot of component manufacturers to come in and set up shop in India. So that's a very good trend. And in the Indian Construction Equipment Association, which I was also heading about a year ago, we have done a lot of work to try and attract a lot of global vendors to come in and set up shop here and invest either as joint ventures or their own investments to run, to build components for the construction equipment industry. So that creates a very good base for exports. For Volvo Construction Equipment, we have been exporting compactors and excavators in these markets, primarily Middle East, Africa, Southeast Asia, and Latin America, and compactors as well. So today, India for us is a market which is the largest market. So we are in India for its domestic market potential. But at the same time, we are in India for expanding and offering solutions to the world in a most cost-effective manner.
So, Mr. Krishnan, given that MSMEs also play a critical role in India's economic growth, how is Volvo CE supporting small and medium enterprises in the construction sector in terms of providing accessible and affordable equipment solutions or even addressing the growing need for skilled operators?
Medium and small enterprises are a bulk of our supplier base. That's the first starting point. So we have a large vendor base in India, which is supplying us components that are required for our products to be made in our plant factory. And close to 120 suppliers that we have domestically, of which 2/3 are, MSMEs. So in that sense, there is a very large dependency on MSMEs. So what we do is we work with them to make sure their payments are on time. We adhere to the norms that government has released in this regard. But at the same time, we also work with them very actively in early stages of product development in order to have a good vendor capability. So supplier development is a very major area for Volvo Group, and we invest in suppliers' competence development, but also we support them with sometimes tooling and those kind of activities. When it comes to skill development, of course, for our supplier base and vendor base, we have a very, and our dealer organization, we have a very systematic planned competence development activities, which are about the roles that people are doing in their organization, whether it's a service engineer or a sales engineer or a service manager. But for the end customer, what we try to do is one of the biggest challenges in today's construction equipment industry is that while volumes of machines are growing, there is not enough supply of operators, trained operators. And India is a market where the challenge is that there is no legal requirement for actually having a license to operate a machine. This creates a challenge. So we actually are doing a lot of work with many private training partners across the country where we have given them equipment and we have given them training content and training material and trained their people to train others. So we do quite a lot of training through, in all the various centers, whether it's in Delhi, Hyderabad, Nagpur, Kerala, Bhubaneswar, all of these different locations in Assam as well, where our training centers are actually helping to train skilled operators.
It's time for a quick break here. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching IDFC First Bank Presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 12 in conversation tonight with Volvo CE, exploring the role of MSMEs in India's construction sector and much more. Listen in. Now, India's infrastructure development has been accelerating. How is Volvo CE adapting to government policies, like, for example, NIP or PLI, so that you can fully capitalize on emerging opportunities?
No, I think these are some of the cogs of the wheel as we go towards the Viksit Bharat 2047 national infrastructure pipeline, or the monetization plan that the government had is all basically few steps in the direction of the larger goal of developed country status. And all of these are creating opportunities in multiple areas, whether it is in road network, where it is national highway construction, district roads, state highways, as well as the rural roads. In all of these, the needs of products are very different, and we have equipment that can serve those customers. When it comes to railways, we have a lot of specialized machines for railways that can be used for track laying, as well as in the embankment work when it comes to creating the new railway lines and all of that. And then also we can offer them some maintenance equipment also to the railways. In port construction, particularly seaports, we have long reach, large, heavy machines that can actually help to construct jetty and all of that. And when the port is operational, we have equipment that can actually handle the bulk material coming in, like coal or iron ore or all this kind of equipment. So our products are able to offer solutions in all kinds of different types of needs. I can say that we are very proud of being part of almost every major infrastructure project that has been very demanding, in its execution. And we have been partnering with our end customers who ultimately actually make our products successful in the market.
I also want to talk about Volvo CE's compaction business, which is quite prominent in India. What innovations, is the company bringing to improve road building quality and efficiency in India?
So it's an interesting lesser-known fact that the soil compactors or the compaction equipment, vibratory compactor as a concept, is the introduction in India is the legacy of our current products. We acquired the Ingersoll Rand Global road equipment business in 2007, but they were the ones who pioneered the introduction of vibratory compactors in India. And in that sense, we have the origin of the compaction business. The compaction market in India is driven by the history of our products. So we have a good product range. First and foremost, we have a soil compactor with two asphalt compactors and an asphalt finishing compactor called pneumatic tire rollers. And these products put together help in the construction of primarily roads, but also can be used in other highway other projects like irrigation, dam projects and, small bunds and all of that. So these machines are used in multiple different applications. And compaction technology-wise, when you look at it, we still have the most unique products. For example, a variable frequency, continuously variable frequency, drum vibration, which can be used to vibrate and compact any type of soil, material. So material mix can actually make a difference to the quality of compaction. We look for ways and means to improve productivity, and so that every work the machine is doing is actually doing productively, and hence make the work do faster with a lower fuel consumption.
So speaking of electrification, can you share the company's vision for electrifying construction equipment in India? And what challenges or opportunities do you foresee as India moves towards greener, more sustainable construction solutions?
Our global ambition is that by 2030 globally, Volvo Construction Equipment would like to see that we are selling 35% of what we sell in the market should be electric. That's the goal that is in line with what we want, what we have signed up in our science-based targets globally to reduce Scope 3 emissions, by 30% by 2030. So in that sense, we are both pioneering the introduction of electric machines globally. So we brought in the battery electric loaders and also battery electric excavators and cable excavators into the country last year. One of the biggest challenge with the new technology like electric, particularly battery electric, is that the cost of the product is very high in the beginning, while the running costs are much lower. So this is a huge change in the customer's ecosystem. And what we've realized is that market adoption of electric needs a special effort. So we actually came up with a completely new business model where we offer equipment as a service to the customer. So the customer actually, in the shift to the new technology, doesn't have to invest in the new equipment. Rather, they sign up a contract with us, we deploy the equipment for them, and we run the equipment for the period of the contract that they need in their operations. And they pay to us by the hour, or other means, that is that we, or by the month, or whichever. For a time period basis, they pay us for the usage of the equipment. This reduces for the customer initial cost, but also the end of life risk of a battery machine, where the battery eventually will run out, and how does he cover that, and what does he do with that? So we have taken that responsibility, and I must say this business model has definitely made customers adopt electric much faster than otherwise. Eventually, these products will be adopted for the advantage it brings to the end customer, and that we are already starting to deliver. And so I would say we've just got started, and there's a fairly long way ahead of us with newer products that will be coming in. We have just introduced a grid-connected machine where large excavator connected with a cable can actually do a fairly, big amount of work in mining activities and all of that. So we are looking forward to seeing that, Indian sea industry adopts electric more and more. And with the greening of the grid that the government is anyway working on, that is the most sustainable way our country can develop.
Right. And Mr. Krishnan, I understand you're also the chairperson of the Infrastructure Equipment Sector Council, IESC. How do you see the industry addressing the increasing need for trained professionals in this sector?
The Infrastructure Equipment Sector Council was formed roughly 10 years ago in 2013-14. And I've been associated with it from the beginning. Right now, I'm the chairperson of that council, which is an industry government body. The idea of increasing the skill level of various types of job roles in our industry, which is in the construction industry. One of the biggest challenges in construction is productivity and safety. And I think these are the two areas that we actually try to address using the Skill Council. We have created a whole ecosystem around it, whether it's the kind of training programs, standardization of programs, certification of operators. What Volvo has done is we have partnered very well with the Infrastructure Equipment Sector Council, and we have basically tied up with several training partners whom we certify, and IESC certifies as certified locations where training can happen. We provide support to those centers, as I mentioned earlier, with equipment and training content and all of that, and they actually execute the program on behalf of us for the market. Skilling is a very critical thing for our nation. If we need to move forward faster, everybody needs to do it better, and every day we need to keep getting better. And skilling must be taken as a campaign or as a mission by the entire industry to build the future competence, and particularly with changing technology, electronic engines, in future battery. There's a lot to be done in the area of skilling. So OEMs need to definitely jump in more faster. I would additionally say that we need support also from the government. Two primary things. One, that mandating the licensing of operators in our industry is very critical. I think this is one of the most important industry where the person who's working on a large piece of heavy equipment needs to operate it very safely. Otherwise, we create a risk for people around that space. I think construction is already an unsafe space, and it's very critical that we get that. So I appeal to the government of India to somehow bring in a mandate around licensing for operators.
And finally, Mr. Krishnan, looking ahead, what are Volvo CE's primary business objectives for the Indian market over the next few years? How does the company plan to maintain its competitive edge in an increasingly crowded market?
So Volvo Construction Equipment is number one in most of our large products that are highly productive and fuel efficient, where the volume of work is bigger, demanding. We are a leader in most of those product categories. The next step for us is to be bigger in the medium size or for the most common jobs that are done in the country. which is typically a 20-ton excavator, for example. We launched a brand new machine this year, designed and developed in India with 70% local content and with the latest technology at an affordable price. EC210E that we launched in June this year is making waves in the market with its fuel efficiency and its productivity. And we are finally cracking what an Indian customer would ultimately need. We launched this product with a campaign theme of Karo Zyada Ki Umeed. Expect more from our products and get more out of it is what we are trying to tell end customers. We're seeing a great reception from the market. This is the first product of this kind, which is engineered and developed, designed and developed using Indian engineers, using the latest in hydraulic technology and Indian engines, electronic engines used in that. And the benefit is, 2 to 3 liters of fuel saved per hour of operation, which is quite big in construction industry. And we expect this to generate a tremendous demand. And the success of this product will also make us to invest in more such products, and whether it's excavators or wheel loaders or other such products. And we will be relevant in India by being more Indian, by being more localized, but with the latest and affordable technology that we can bring to end customers.
Well, it was fantastic chatting with you, Mr. Krishnan. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Ritvika. Thanks for having me.
And with that, it's a wrap on this episode of IDFC First Bank Presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 12. We hope you enjoyed the conversations. Thank you for watching. Good night.